and Mark for inviting me to be a part of their special day. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kristen, as you just said, the maid of honor, and also Nicole's younger sister. Upon writing this speech, I was a little worried about what to write about Nicole. So she's like, just talk about how awesome I am. So Nicole, you're awesome. It was awesome when we rode around in our Barbie Jeep, then later in our Jetta. It was awesome when you dressed me as a child, then continued to dress me into and past our high school years. It was awesome when we played telephone with Dixie cups, then FaceTime when we were apart. But what you didn't know is all of these things were awesome because I was doing them with you. Sorry, I feel like crying.
If someone tears up,
You allowed me to be a part of your life as more than a sister, but a best friend too. It was through all of these memories and many more that I learned how loving, kind, and extremely patient you are. What I didn't know is that you'd be fortunate enough to find a counterpart equally as awesome as you.
No.
As some of you may know, I was there for the proposal, and I have to tell you, I was a little shocked. You see, Mark took my dad and mom out to dinner to ask their permission. I wasn't invited. So Mark, you officially have my blessing, even if it's a little late. I know I speak for my family as well as myself when I say the love and commitment you have for my sister is more than we could have ever imagined. So Mark and Nicole, I believe that a wonderful life awaits the both of you, whether it's with one child or six, depends which one of them you ask. I can honestly say that no two people deserve each other more than you two do. I am truly happy that you were fortunate enough to find that forever type of love. The last thing I ask of the two of you is to always kiss each other goodnight. Let's all raise our glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Williams.
Alright, just so you guys know, I'm working out pretty hard up here. I hate crowds. So if I throw up or pass out, it's fine. Just let me be. But for those of you who don't know, I'm Joe, Mark's only brother. I mean, his favorite brother. Sorry.
Favorite brother. Yeah.
And also, I'm sure many of you saw me at the church crying, but that wasn't rehearsed. That was on the spot. I'm such a loving guy; it just came out of me.
That's right.
But before I get into this, I just want to thank everyone for coming here and celebrating this day with Mark and Nicole. I want to thank you guys for inviting me to be the best man. It's an honor that I'm truly blessed to have. All you ladies, you look great tonight. Not as good as me and my boys over here, but still pretty good. I want to thank the parents, Kathy, Dave, my mom and dad, for, whatever you guys did to help put this on. Most importantly, I want to thank whoever is paying for the open bar. That's what's keeping me sane. And I want to thank the bartenders for putting up with the bridal party for cutting lines of 50 people so far. So I did a lot of research for this speech on Google because I didn't know where to begin. And so most of the sites told me to not get drunk and not to wing it. So I'm going to try my best to not do either of those. I think I've been pretty good so far. But they all told me to start with like a sappy story about our childhood and how I looked up to my older brother. But I will say that was pretty hard to do because he was constantly getting beat up by our lovely sister Barbara. Whether he was getting thrown through a wall on our stairs, which the wall took about 10 years to get repaired, or he was crying behind our TV stand after Barbara put one too many wallops to his head. It was hard to look up to, it was hard to fall on because I didn't want to catch one of those stray fists to the face. Small girl that packs a mean punch, let me tell you. But I love Mark. he's one of the best brothers I could ask for. Him and Peter both. Not to cut you out, Pete. And Mark may seem like a softie, and he might be, but he's one of the, I respect him most out of many people next to my dad. He works hard. I look up to him all the time. He's got his life together, and it's just something to look up to for me. Like, I'm scrounging change to go out to the bar with my friends. He's got a house, he's got a wife, he's doing something right, so he keeps me grounded, and if you can do that, I give you mad props to you. Freaking out. But this is pretty jumbled, but I want to tie them together in this speech. And Kristen was there for the actual proposal. I was pretty upset that Mark didn't let me know that he was proposing to her. So when they both came to our house on Christmas 2 years ago, I guess, and Nicole was flaunting her ring, I wasn't too happy at the moment because I didn't know what was happening. But I've got to know Nicole a lot over the years, and she's been like a sister to me, just like my other 3 sisters, and it's been great knowing her and having her around all the time. And once I got over the fact that Mark didn't ask me for the blessing, I started to accept Nicole into the family, and I was like, you know what? I think you made a pretty good decision. So, Nicole, I just want to give you one piece of advice from my good friend Phil Dunphy. He said, the most amazing things that can happen to a person will happen to you if you just lower your expectations. But in all seriousness, I want us all to raise a glass and give a cheers to Mark and Nicole. Cheers to you two, and cheers to happiness for you both.
And lastly, folks, here to officially welcome you tonight, please welcome our father of the bride, David Martinson, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. Before I say a few words about the bride and groom, on behalf of the Williams and Martinson family, we just want to thank everyone for attending tonight's wonderful gala. It's beautiful. Everything has gone off without a hitch. And to see Mark and Nicole sitting here extremely happy makes this whole day worth it. So we just wanted to thank you for joining our families and our friends and being part of this. Nicole, as I look at you, my beautiful daughter, the bride, I can't help but reflect on all the years that I was lucky enough to watch you grow and become the woman you are today. You captured my heart on the day you were born. As you grew, I was your biggest fan, coach, and even when you were cheering, the spectator in the crowd, yelling the loudest. But more importantly, as every year passes, I have the privilege to be your dad. You're my little girl, my princess, my ray of sunlight, and no matter what your age, you will always be those things to me. Now, Mark. Although it's not easy to let go and have someone else be there for her, I know she's marrying a wonderful person, marrying into a loving and caring family. I cannot have handpicked a better person for her. Your life and family values are what makes you the person you are today. I'm honored to call you my son-in-law. So to both of you, all I ask is that you are true to each other, share your joys and your burdens, love and laugh much, be each other's best friend. Always always speak well of one another, even in private. And when things don't go well, forgive as often as it's required. Remember, married life is an adventure, and you embark today on that adventure together. Even though you are individuals, your commitment today makes the couple more important than either of you separately. So today, as your family and friends surround you, I ask everyone to raise their glasses and wish Mark and Nicole much happiness and a long, healthy, and joyful life together as husband and wife. Cheers.
You almost look right.
I didn't actually.